Yo, party people, what's good? Fat boy family. Listen, I'm not even gonna take up a lot of time. I'm probably about to commit fragrance blasphemy. I'm probably about to get kicked out of FragCom for this one. And I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, this might be clickbait. So I'm not doing it necessarily for clicks, but I was having a conversation on the way back home. Y'all can see I'm back at the crib and talking about fragrance with one of my people, and like we always do, and they were saying, you know what, I don't know if I can really trust. We were having a conversation about designers and niche and clones and all of that, and they were like, I don't know if I can really trust a fragrance reviewer or trust anybody that doesn't have two of the quote unquote goats, Bleu de Chanel. And whether you have the EDT, the EDP, or the Parfum, you have Bleu de Chanel from Chanel, and then you have Dior Sauvage. This is the EDP, but again, I won't even include the elixir into this conversation or the new Fort, the alcohol-less one, because, which I got a chance to smell yesterday, so I'm gonna probably give y'all my first impression on that this week at some point. But those two, and I was like, I can see that. But can I say something that can we retire like Bleu de Chanel and Dior Sauvage? Like, can we not make people feel bad for not, you know what I'm saying, like having them, or like new people, those of you who are new to fragrance, and you know what I'm saying, you're really getting your nose on things and really figuring out what you like. And you know, you probably have been exposed to designers because you see them in the store. These are the things you see on the commercial. You see in Macy's, Ulta, Sephora, Dillard's, Nordstrom's, Saks, Bloomingdale's, Neiman's, wherever it is that you actually shop, Belk, Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. And then you have your niche, that most people, that's just an elevated thing that you get introduced to. And then right now, the hottest thing is clones. But, can I be 100% honest with y'all? This is not something I reach for. As a matter of fact, this is not something, I don't reach for either of these. Am I wrong? Is it just me? I feel like they're great. I think it's kind of like, remember the crazy statement that Anthony Evans just made as far as talking about he didn't watch people from the era of Jordan like other people play, but at the same time, he still had the audacity to make the statement that Jordan was the only skilled player. I'm gonna blame him for it, because I feel like he should know better, but I'm also not gonna blame him for it because I feel like some of these people from this generation is cooked. But I kind of feel like that with fragrance. We're gonna have that conversation where it's like, is it your responsibility to pay tribute and respect to the old guard? Like, to pay respect to all of those people. What's my man, Mad Dog, that be on First Take? How what Jay Williams and JJ Redick call them the plumbers and all of those stuff he be talking about from basketball, like the Bob Coolsies of the world and the Pistol Pete Mavericks. It's like, you're giving respect to these people, you know what I'm saying, as in a means of like, you don't want to forget about them. Everybody is hype. We love the LeBrons and the KDs and the Kobes and the Jordans and everybody of the 90s and the 2000s and 2010s and now 2020s, the Steph Currys of the world. But, what about the old guard? I mean, can we just, I work at a university and a lot of our faculty, they retire and some of them will still work and they go into what's called Emeritus status. I think that's what we should do. And I know I'm back and I'm choosing violence because these still work. Just like the faculty I talk to every day. I'm going to talk to somebody tomorrow morning, first thing, probably 8 o'clock. They're going to have an issue with their email. I really hope not, because I ain't been at work all week. But I've had a nice break. But Yeah, like, can we just go ahead and put these in the Hall of Fame and not bring these back out? You know what I'm saying? Unless we're having a Hall of Fame night. Do we have to keep recommending them? Do we have to keep mentioning them? You know, are we paying respects? You know what I'm saying? You know, just so they don't get lost and forgotten? Or do these still, are these still, could either Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage? Now, I know from a sales point, they are very mass appealing. Woody, citrus, you know what I'm saying? Aromatic, just a beautiful amber fragrance, fresh, spicy, citrus amber. But when you add that musk and that lavender, you kind of get a different feel here. But definitely two of the GOATs. But can we just make them Emeritus? And when they want to work, they can work. You know, every so often I'll pull them out, you know what I'm saying, pause, to make sure that they still get the job done. Women love them. They really love this. I'm so over this, but they really love it. They just work. But can we go ahead, let's give them an Emeritus status. Let's not make people feel bad, especially those who are just getting new to designers. I'm not mad, I'm not hating, but I'm kind of over it. Bleu de Chanel, iconic DNA. Probably really the fragrance that started like Fragcom for the most part. I'm sure there were other fragrances out, but this is probably one of those ones that really was like, yo, if you ain't got this, I ain't hearing you. And when this came out, that just took it to a whole nother level. But yeah, what y'all think? Let me know. Can we go ahead and just make these Emeritus? Let's just go ahead. Y'all are good. Y'all are retired. You know, every so often, homecoming comes around, we'll pull you back out. But can we just move on to something else? Y'all can kick me out of the fragrance community for that. Am I tripping? I mean, they're good. Like, they're good. Like, I love them. I love them both. Whether you have the EDT, whether you have the EDP, whether you have the Parfum, whether you have the EDT, the EDP, you know what I'm saying? Even the Elixir. I don't know about that new O4. I mean, I get Dior. I don't really get a lot of Dior. Like I said, I'll save my thoughts on that later. But y'all let me know what you think. Is this blasphemous? Did I choose violence? Am I committing a fragrance sin? You know, or am I not by myself? Please tell me there's somebody else that feels the same way about these two fragrances. And what other fragrances would you add to the list? I feel like a Nautica Voyage should be added to the list. I would want to add something like a Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, but I mean, you can smell. To me, there are so many things that smell like this now because it started the wave that you wouldn't necessarily know. I mean, you're probably attributed to, okay, is that Bleu de Chanel? I think we're still there. Same thing. I don't think there's anything else that smells like Sauvage. Sauvage is Sauvage. You're going to be like, oh, you're wearing Sauvage. And maybe I probably just totally killed my own argument right there. But light blue, I don't think anything smells like light blue. Like, you can smell light blue from a mile away. Like, you just know. Yeah, what are some, let's engage in the comments. Like I said, this was kind of clickbait, but not really clickbait. It was just really a conversation I was having. Should you trust a reviewer that doesn't talk about either one of these? Because I haven't talked about them. So do you not trust me? I got them right here. Haven't talked about them though. But will I talk about them at some point? Maybe I'll throw them in the list just for the sake of it. But I don't really think it's that necessary. I don't think it's that deep. Maybe I just really wanted to jump on camera because I missed y'all and I just wanted to talk to y'all and give you a bonus that I normally don't do to start this Monday off right, because I got to go back to work tomorrow. But you know, it's not Monday yet. Well, it's Sunday. But yeah, I'm gonna get back, finish unpacking, watching the game, rearrange some things, look at some fragrances I got coming in this week. A lot of good things we got coming up for the rest of the month. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. We are at 1,300. Channel is still growing at a rapid rate, man. So I'm excited. Some big things coming. Y'all be on the lookout for. We got some live streams coming. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited about that. But drop down in the comments. Let me know what other fragrances should get Emeritus status. That we should just go ahead, like, stop putting these in list. Like when you gonna make a list, these should go in the like GOAT argument, like Emeritus argument. Like you can't mention these, you know what I'm saying? Like, put these to these stand in a class of their own. And then we start talking about everything else. What other fragrances do you think deserve to go in that list? Or do you think these are the only two? Or do you think, and it's specifically kind of designers? Because I know some of y'all gonna throw some niche stuff out there that's like, okay, we don't know nothing about that. And I don't think clones have been around long enough for us to get to that point. But just let me know in the comments what you think we should add. And yeah, let's see what we got going. Let's see if we can start a trend. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some interesting comments behind this video. Nevertheless, until next time, I catch you guys in the next video.